Okay, everyone, welcome. And this is Wizard Tech Tips, and today we are going to look on how we can increase the size of the disk of virtual machine you have in your VirtualBox. And we are going to use one of our installed virtual machine, which is, as you can see in my screen, we have two virtual machines. The first one is Kali Linux, and the other one is Ubuntu Desktop. In our case today, we are going to look at how to increase the virtual disk of the Ubuntu desktop installed in your VirtualBox. And as you can see in this storage page or storage section, you can see that we have two controllers. We have the controller IDE, which is 51 MB, and we have the controller SATA, which is attached to SATA port 0, and which is our .vdi, which is virtual desktop interface. And as you can see, its size is currently set to 20.71 GB. Now I want to show you how we can increase this, and maybe you installed Ubuntu in your VirtualBox, and you installed update and you found that the actual size that you had allocated your virtual machine is a bit raw, or the resources that you are installing your virtual machine are currently messing up with your storage. Now this is a simple way of which you can use to extend your virtual disk image or virtual disk size, and it's pretty simple. And just watch out, and you'll see how I'll do it. It's very simple. It includes very simple steps. The first thing is to locate your disk or your virtual machine. In our case, it's Ubuntu desktop, this one. So you just click on it. The next step is you navigate to file, which is at the top here. Go to files, and please note that it's currently set to 20.71 GB, and we can increase it right now to like 25 GB. Yes. Now after navigating to file, you just come to tools, and as you can see here, there are several of the options that you can use. The first one is the extension pack manager. We're not going to use that one. The next one is virtual media manager, and in our case we are going to use that because we cannot use the next, which is network manager, that's used to manage your networks adapter. So we are going to choose tools, and in the tools section, the drop down, we choose virtual media manager. And as you can see on our right, we have our new window here. There is add, create, copy, move, release, search, and there is this section that is written properties. And in our case, you can just refresh and see whether there are changes. And when you click at properties, you can see that there are several named .vdis, which are used, which were the ones we used to install our virtual machines. And as you can see, our stand at the top, which was currently 20.71 GB, as you can see here. The next one is Kali Linux VirtualBox, which is in my case is the first one. And there is this one that has this icon for warning. I used it previously, but then I reiterated it. That's why it's appearing like this. And there is this one, still I did it the same. So in our case, we are going to choose the Ubuntu desktop one, the .vdi, because our Ubuntu, this is what is running our Ubuntu. And we just click on it, and as you can see, there is hard disk, there is optical disk, and there is floppy disk. When you go to optical disk, you'll find that there are two of them, and the first one is Ubuntu, and the other one is the VirtualBox additional image which are installed, so that to enable VirtualBox guest additions. So in our case, we're just going to click on hard disk, and we choose our .vdi, which is Ubuntu desktop.vdi. When you click on it, you'll see that there is a submenu which will appear at the bottom, and it has attributes and information in it. In information, it will specify the format, the storage details, and where the .vdi is attached to. And as you can see, it is attached to our Ubuntu desktop, and this is the name of our virtual machine, which is here. And as you can see, it has no encryption in this, so that's in this case it is not encrypted. And you can see it's UUID. UUID basically means that this is the primary key of it. That's why it is stored. So let's just navigate to attributes, and as you can see, it's set to normal. And as you can see, there is the location of this .vdi desktop. And just to be sure of it, we can just navigate to this the users admin VirtualBox, and let's see. You just click on your files or press Windows key plus E, and you go to, you can see as users admin VirtualBox, that is local disk C, users admin, and you search for VirtualBox VMS, and as you can see there is this Ubuntu Ubuntu desktop virtual machine. Here it is, and these are the files that I used to run our Ubuntu desktop virtual machine. Now in the description there is no description because we didn't specify one while installing the Ubuntu, and the next one is the size of this Ubuntu desktop. Let's just go back to where we were, choose virtual media manager. Yeah, pretty simple. And as you can see here, there is this progress thing that you can use to add, or yeah, you can scroll it further or backwards to add the size of your disk. And as you can see, it's set to be total of, the maximum you can set is 2 terabytes. I don't think this you can reach to a point that you by the 2 terabytes, which 2 terabytes is quite huge. Yeah, so in our case, you can see it was set to 20.71 GB. So we can just increase it to like 25. And to do this, and as you can see, there is the warning icon here, which means that if you go beyond the 13th mark or even the 20th mark below, it will give you a warning. So it must be set to 20 plus GB. So in our case, it was set to 20.71 GB. So you can increase it to 25. And this is how you do. You can use the drag and you drag and set property. But in our case, I just want us to use the normal feature, which is to just delete this one. Just click here, for example, this one, and use your keyboard. That is, set it to 25, and it's 25 point, can just maybe 08, yeah. And then afterwards, you just click apply, and as you can see, even here it has changed. When you go to hard disk and I choose your ubuntu.vdi, you can see that its size here has changed. Yeah, this is pretty simple, and then afterwards you can just click on your Ubuntu desktop, and just to be sure of it, let's look at the storage section, and as you can see, our controller SATA, which is attached to SATA port 0, is a Ubuntu desktop.vdi, and you can see it's now currently set to 25.08. Okay, that's a very simple way of extending or reducing the size of your virtual machine and in VirtualBox. It's very simple, guys. So thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more and more updates. Thank you very much, and subscribe to Wizard Tech Tips.